Hello, it's Mark here again from GrimTreeGames.com, online game store and blog, and I'm here to do a game overview of Praetor. Ta-da! So here we go. So we did the unboxing, that all went well, so we got all the bits. We've played it a few times, so now this is to show you how to play it. Hopefully if we get time we'll do a let's play as well, and me and my colleague, my brother Tony, will play through a game and show you in depth. We'll play through an entire game, but this is just an overview as to how all the rules work, which is good because it's a very clean, simple, straightforward game, so it should be an easy process to show you. So first things first, the setup and the board layout. I'll show you what's going on here. We have, just on big cam this moment in time, we've got the player board, we've got the city area with all the building tiles, we've got the city tiles that you can build, and then all my resources, my money, my raw materials, my workers. One thing that's worth noting, I think we'll head to table cam for this, is that on the back of some of these city tiles, on the back of some of these city tiles is a number, and that's how many players. So 5 players, you use that tile, 3 players use that tile. Basically what it means is the more players you have, the more tiles you put in the deck, but also it means the game is over either when all the city tiles have gone and been built, or all the Hadrian's Wall tiles have gone. So with more players, you're going to burn through them faster, so you're going to need more tiles. But also, some of the 5-player tiles have got different features or different things in as well. So anyway, so that's why I've got a big chunk. This is a 2-player game setup, so this is why I've got a big chunk of tiles that aren't being used. There's also some starting tiles here, that again, more players, the starting area, got a time machine there, haven't I? More tiles, the starting area is bigger. More players, the starting area is bigger. But for a 2-player, this is the starting area. So a bit more of an in-depth look at what's going on. We'll use table cam for this. So try to be as steady as possible. So this is my worker. This is my player mat, and here we have the people. I'll steady this a little bit. We have the people that I will train at some point, my workers, my novices. I have my people that, it should be a 3, sorry. People that my current workers and their experience level 1, 2 and 3. My morale. Again, if that's high, that's good. If it's low, it's bad. Makes sense, yeah. At the bottom here will be my retired workers, drinking wine, being happy. At the end is just a bit of a reference as to what the market is when you want to trade. If I have a look at, so these are the city tiles that are out currently. I'll tell you what they're doing in a minute. These are the tiles that have been pulled that we can build. 1, 2, 3. Hadrian's Wall tile. I think that's it really. I think we can get cracking on playing the game. So it's very much like a standard worker placement game where we have your workers, which are the dice, which we can use to do things. So we can either activate a tile that's already down or build a new tile. We keep going around the table until everybody's activated. Actually, I've missed a vital part of the setup. 2 seconds. Sorry about that. Totally missed a vital part of the board layout. We have the favour track. So if we look here on the table, we have the numbers as to where we are. So the starting player, somebody starts at 10 basically, and then everybody else around the table goes down after that. Then what you do is whoever's first in the favour track actually goes last, and you work your way back up. Now that will change as the favour points change through the game. The turn sequence will change. It'll make sense in a minute. Trust me. Trust me. So I forgot about that bit. So what you can do in your turn, it's the first turn, so we don't have to determine turn order. That's already been done. Action phase. So we can do a few things. We can activate a worker to build a new city tile. We can activate a city tile that's already down, or we can activate a special city tile. I'll tell you about that in a minute. So anyway, so let's have a look. Let's play like we're playing the game, shall we? So I have. I'm going first. I'm yellow, and I have 3 workers. Okay, I could put a worker in the mine, and that will get me however many coins my experience level is. Yeah. Okay. So the more experienced the worker is, the more resources you get out of that particular kind of tile. So I could go there, get some coin. I go to the marketplace, and I could swap coin and material for whatever's on this board here. You can do as much as you want. So you can do some pretty crazy transactions. So that's quite good. I could go here and build a piece of Adrian's wall, because again the theme of the game is you are one of the new Roman towns on the border of, well, on the Scottish border where Adrian's wall is. Your town is helping to build that wall. If you do a good job and if you're a good administrator of the town, you become Praetor of the town. So building a wall is good. Now then, if I wanted to do that, I could build a wall. I could build a piece of the wall. I could only build whichever tile is up at the time. So every turn, if that isn't built, it goes away and another one's pulled. So you've got to decide if you want to build that particular one. You get that many favour points, and if you've already built wall sections, you get +3 for every wall section you've already built. So if you choose that tactic of building wall sections, that adds up pretty quickly, as I have found out to my detriment. Lost a game because of it. So you could build a piece of the wall. What else can we do? Make a novice into starting training to become a worker, and get gold. Now, these kinds of tiles can only be activated once. There are some tiles that can be activated multiple times by everybody, but they can only activate it once, if that makes sense. Each player can only activate those tiles once, but it can have multiple activations in a turn. The other tiles, these tiles, just like normal worker placement games, once a worker's down there, it's done for that turn, and you've got to wait till the next turn. So you've got to try and get in as soon as you can. So, shall I put my money where my mouth is, and we'll start placing some stuff down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my level 3, okay, because I'm going to get more money if I use my level 3 than if I use my level 1. I'm going to take him, and I'm going to put him, I'll put the camera there, super. I'm going to put him in the mine. There we go. Now, it's not owned by anybody, because it's a starting tile, but if it was, I would have to pay that person to do that. Can you see there, there's one gold there. So instead I have to pay him a gold. But it's a starting one, that's not the case. So I would get 3 gold. 3 gold from the bank. Super duper. Okay, so it's my turn done. So we'd go around, so it'd be the purple player's turn. Purple player. Now then, purple player is going to take one of the workers, active workers. Now this is tricky, because I'm going to use him on, purple player's going to use him on this tile, which means that I can get some of my novice people that are no good to me. I have a little pool of novices here, look, 5 novices doing nothing. If I use this tile, it can bring a novice into training, but you know, say the background on this is blue, well turquoise colour, same with that, same with that. That means that once I place somebody here, at the end of the turn, he doesn't go up a level. All the red ones, any action that's taken there at the end of the turn, those guys go up a level because they've grafted, they've done hard work. This not so much. So I could decide, well, alright, I might send my level 2 guy here. Let's use it for the turn, and it means straight away I can take a novice, I can put him there on the first track, and then that'll be done. The reason why I've chosen that one might make sense in a short while. So let's see. So yellow. Got 2 more guys. Okay. Well, what I could do is let's see what we can build. This is quite good. So we've got a blacksmith here, and he takes wood, turns it into weapons. Now, this is the only way you're going to see weapons in the game, if memory serves. Yes, it is. It's the only way you can create weapons. So that's quite important. And if you build it, you own it. So people have to pay you to use it. So you've seen me activate tiles. That's the main thing you can do. So the other main thing you can do is build things. So I'm going to take a worker. I'm a level 1 worker. Whoop. Okay. I'm going to then build this tile, and I'm going to place it down. Now it's important where I place it because I'm going to get favour points for doing this. But if I place it in such a way that that coloured corner matches colour with wherever it's placed, the more corners I can match, the more favour points I can get. So it becomes like a mini game of Tetris where you're trying to place it in the best place possible. So for that reason, I think the best place to place it would be over here. Okay, so it's purple there, so it'd be adjacent to 2 more purple, so it's 3 favour points, 4, 5 favour points. So 5 favours. So I will go up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay, super. So that's that turn. Well, action for me. So purple, what's purple going to do? He's got 2 people left. What he might do is he might go to market. He's going to go to market. He's going to take his low level person, because remember he's not going to get experience points for this because it's one of the green tiles. He's going to go to market. What that means is he can do whatever it says on here as many times as he wants, and he's going to take 4 coins and he's going to trade it in for marble. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Trade them in, get an extra marble. Okay, good stuff. My go, last person left. I probably would be thinking, oh, I really wanted to do that, but now I can't. So I can't build the wall piece because I need 3 marble, so I can't use that, and I've only got 2 marble. I can't do the trading because purple player's already done it. I could build something else. I could get some more gold. I think what I'll do is I'll build a labour camp. So if we look over here, labour camp, we need. Oh, I didn't describe that very well, did I? I didn't even pay for it. Sorry. When I built that, this is the cost down the side to pay. So I should have paid 2 gold, a wood, which is the orange one, and a stone, which is a marble. Sorry, a stone, which is a grey one. And again, I'll just off that. So we've got wood, marble, stone, and weapons are the main things. And if I look here on this handy cheat sheet of all of the tiles that you'll see, the resources are gold from those tiles, gold mines, lumber mills, stone quarry, marble quarry, and then blacksmith and wood to weapons. So that's where you get your resources from. So those are the tiles you're going to be looking out for. Okay. Anywho, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it proper this time. I'm going to build a web camp, and it's got, I need to do these. Have I still got enough? Yeah, wood, 2 stone, and a marble. So I'll pay them to the bank. Okay, get 3 favour points, and if I can place it intelligently, so I'm going to place this. I've paid the amount. I'm going to place that there. So I get 3, 4 for the adjacent thing, favour points. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Super. That's that done. Or something else I forgot to do previously is if you build a tile so that we know that it's me that built it, you put a little mark on. So 1 for that one, 1 for that one. I'll put my guy on there, so I've built it. Okay, so that's my go. So it's much harder when you're trying to do 2 people's turns at the same time. Split personality. So purple's got 1 more guy. Now then, let's see what he can do. He can take this 3. Okay, and we'll put it there. So he's going to build a piece of Adrian's wall. He's going to pay his 3 marble. Okay, he gets him that. Which goes plus next, gets him 8 favour points. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, did kind of right, didn't I? Yeah. Which is good, and also it means that in future, if he builds any more, he gets +3, which is immense. And that there is the end of the first term. So what we'd do now is we would update the city. So to update the city, first thing we do is we always have as many city tiles to build as the amount of players +1. So we had 3 before, 2 players. So 2 new tiles come out. Let's see what they are. So we've got brick, wood, sorry, I'm thinking settlers, lumber, wood, another marketplace, which is cool. Means you can put it down and charge people for it. And I can't remember what that is, but essentially you can, if you use it, you get as many favour points as you have morale. So if you can boost, there's other tiles in here that can boost. There's like a Colosseum that can boost morale. I'll go through morale in a minute. If you boost morale, that's quite cool, and you have this because then you can trade that in for favour points. All these cards subtly interact with each other. They're very good. So we update that. A new piece of Adrian's wall. Again, each piece is different. So 7 favour points to buy for that. Then what we do is all the workers that have been out doing stuff, they all come back home wiser. Okay, so purple, all of his guys used things that didn't give you an experience point, so they just go back as they are. He also has a novice in training. Can you see there? Is there. Now then, it's not out at the moment, but if it was, I'll just find it for you, so you know, because it's quite an important one. If this was out, basically, if you own this, you can do it without paying anything. And basically, what it means is you skip a step. You can just go straight on to becoming a worker. You don't have to do like the second step of being a trainee or whatever it is. If you don't own it, you can pay the person who does 1 stone to use it, but all the players can do it. Like I say, all the red tiles and the blue tiles, only 1 die, so 1 person can use it in a turn. The grey ones like this are special. As many people, you can only use it once, but all the players can use it. So it's a moot point because it's not out. So what happens is these guys go back, they haven't increased. he gets one step closer to being a professional. Okay. My guys come back wiser because they've been out working. So he comes back on a 4. He's been and built that, so he comes back on a 3. And he's built that, so he comes back on a 2. Okay, so look, so my guys now are smarty pants. But because I didn't take the time to actually train somebody up, I've got less people than purple has, or will have, when that guy's trained up. What we have to do then, because they're awkward like this, is we have to pay them. Okay, so in the turn you've got to bear in mind that they're going to want paying. So you don't want to spend all your money and not be able to pay them. So it's dead simple. Lower down the track, 1 gold, 1 gold, 1 gold, and then it gets more expensive. 2 gold, 3 gold for it as you go up. So I need to pay 3 gold. 1, 2, 3. 3 gold here, so that's worth 5. So 3 gold. So he's got 3. So there we go. So that's the turn. We've all gone and built something. We've done things, and those are the mechanics. But what I'm going to do is I'll take you through another hypothetical turn once we're a few more turns in. Okay, so future hypothetical turn. Okay, so you've seen how the guys, your workers, increase in level as you go on. Okay, and it's important because anything like the lumber mill that's not out yet, or the gold, or anything that's resource driven, the higher the level of the person, the more resources you get back, which is awesome. However, the problem is say, let's see, we'll speed it ahead a little bit. Say I've got a level 5 guy, and I send him to go and get me some cash, and I get 5 gold out. So that's gravy. It's all very good. We'll go through the turn, but then at the end, when he comes back home more experienced, he hits level 6. Okay, he now retires. Okay, now it's good in a way because depending on what age you're at, I'll describe that in a second, but you get experience points for somebody retiring, which is good, but you can't use him then without bringing him out of retirement, but you've still got to pay him every turn. So when you do your upkeep at the end, you've still got to pay him a gold. Okay, and what these mean here, I didn't describe this to begin with. I should have done. The 1 and the 2, the cards are arranged in such a way you stack them so that it's all the ones at the top and the 2's further down. Just because I think the 2, that's my fault, misshuffled. I think mainly because the 2's are sort of like further down, meatier cards that do more interesting things once the city is established. So I think the top ones are more resourcey, the bottom ones are the more interesting things. So anyway, yeah, so the later stage of the game you get 8 favour points if you retire somebody. Earlier on you get 12 favour points. So you want to retire them, but in the same way you don't. So this is why it's important when you place them, because you might get to a point where you've got a level 5 guy, okay, and you might be tempted to put him on areas that don't level him, because as soon as you do, you lose him. So it's a tricky balancing act. And at the same time, you've also, as well as leveling your people up, you've got to worry about getting people in, okay, because you want to get people training, because the more people you have, the more things you can do. And what I was doing, in a couple of my games, is I was focusing on what I could do on the board there and then, without just spending one person per turn to get somebody else trained up. So that's vital. It's vital you get as many novices up and trained as you can. So just going off from that a second, if you can't pay, so the upkeep at the end, if you can't pay your guys, they don't like it. And for every gold that you're short, you lose morale. Okay, goes down and down and down and down. It's pretty bad. Okay, now that minus at the end. So we'll talk about end game in a minute. At the end, that's how many points you take off your favour. So you don't want that to be too low. If it goes too low, it actually starts taking favour off in the game. So you need to keep that relatively high. The higher it is, I think you get. We'll go through the victory conditions in a minute. The more favour you get. So that's quite cool. You've got to worry about. You can decide. I'm not going to pay him this time, and I'm going to take that hit. So it's all decisions you can make throughout the course of the game. So you keep on playing, getting your resources, you leveling your guys, and it's all about those favour points. So you want to build the city tiles, get the favour points, look for these kind of tiles. So Chris, build him, that whopper there, 15 favour points. And again, these are the ones that once you're established, you can start trading things in for favour points. I'll just check that one actually. And I must say, they have a very, very good cheat sheet. So this has got every single tile in it. It tells you in detail. So get one favour for each wood and one favour for each stone you possessed. So that's pretty good, And if you know a site there, you can stockpile it and then jump on it. What's this one? So 2 for every worker you've got. So favour points. Build the city tiles. Use the city tiles to get the favour points. Build the wall. Get those favour points. Keep your guys happy. One thing I will just say is now in our hypothetical term we have some retired people at 6. They're not totally out of the picture. Okay, you can pull them out of retirement. You've got to use a tile to do it. This labour camp. Okay, so only one person can use this a turn. So it's not ideal. And you pay 3 gold. And again, can you see it's a special one? So what it means is that I can only use that once per turn, but all the other players can use it at the same time. So if I pay 3 gold, I can pull my level 6 out and go and stick it somewhere. Okay, so I can go level 6, gold, and I get 6 gold. I may not want to do that, but so they're not totally useless. You can still use them when they're retired. It's just you've got to sort of pay them, be super nice to them. Anyway, victory conditions. So essentially, when you do at the end of the term, when you do the update city and you get the new city cards out and you get the new wall cards out, if either one of those has been depleted because you've built them all, and you've got to that point in the game, it's actually the next turn is the last turn. So final scoring. For each active worker, you score favour points equal to its experience. For each active worker. For each novice worker, you score 1 favour point. Okay. Morale, gain or lose favour points according to morale level. So if you can crank, because only 16 points, if you can crank that morale up, by using the tiles that give you the morale, like the Colosseum. In fact, can you find the Colosseum? If not, I'll just show you on the cheat sheet. I'll show you on the cheat sheet. There you go, morale. There's 2 of them. You gain 1 morale level for every 2 city tiles you control. So there's ways to boost that to give you more points. Okay, you gain 2 morale levels for each retired worker you control. So gain or lose favour according to your morale level. Resources transform all your resources into golds if you use the market and score 1 favour point for every 10 gold. So it's one of these kind of games where at the end you'll be scrapping over those last couple of favour points just to pip somebody, or you might have been steamrolled, to be honest, if you've played it badly like I have done in the past. So that's it really. It plays I must admit the games we've played have been 2 players, and and 2 players plays very, very quickly. Especially when you know the rules, it's a very simple game, but there's a lot of depth to it, which is what I like. Which means you can be worrying about your tactics and your strategy rather than have I remembered the billion rules I need to play the game. So that's good. I think it would be nice to actually do a let's play with it, so you can get a proper feel for how you can only really see how all these things mesh when you see the game in action. You can only see how all the city tiles work together when you see it being played. I like the retiring mechanic. It's cool because you want to use your guys, but at the same time you don't. So you carefully manage them where you might just send them off to do jobs that don't level them until you really need to. So that's a cool mechanic. And yeah, apparently 5 players. I've seen that it looks awesome. You need a lot of space for 5 players because there's a lot of cards. The city gets massive, which is quite cool. But obviously that increases the play time. So whereas 2 players is pretty quick, 5 players is going to take you longer. So there you go, Praetor. How to play and what it plays like. And like I say, hopefully we'll do a let's play. But until next time, see you later.